I saw the Wonder Woman film yesterday, and I thought I would work up a quick review of the movie. And I decided to use footage from various trailers rather than you having to see my face for 8 to 10 minutes. I love the film. I thought it was a great movie. Do I think it was the greatest film ever made? No. Do I think it's the greatest superhero movie ever made? No. Superman 79 might be the greatest, or Batman 89, but that just could be the nostalgia talking. The directing is fantastic. Patty Jenkins did a pretty awesome job. She debuted directing Charlize Theron in Monster, and then there's not a whole lot between then and now, and I'm not sure how or why, because when your first film nets you so much critical acclaim, you'd think that they'd be busting down your door trying to get you to do more movies. I read that she and writer Sam Sheridan got married in 2007, and maybe she decided to focus on being a mother? I don't know. It looks like she was doing work in commercials and some television episodes between then and now, and I hope the dry spell between films was not due to sexism in Hollywood, but I really can't rule it out. If somebody knows more about the behind-the-scenes stuff regarding Miss Jenkins' career, please let me know in the comment section below. But back to Wonder Woman. Jenkins has created a pretty stunning film, and her transition between a gritty drama and a full-blown superhero movie is almost flawless. To the cast, Gal Gadot is awesome. She delivers a nice balance between intelligence and naivety. I'm shocked to admit this, but I'm now actually curious about the Justice League movie, and I might actually spend money to see it in a theater. So kudos to Ms. Gadot for convincing me to go see Justice League. Chris Pine is pretty cool. I've been a fan of his since Smoking Aces and the Star Trek movies. I thought he and Gadot had some really great chemistry. One thing I liked about both actors is how well they could balance drama and humor. As for the other cast members, they were pretty good. Connie Nielsen as Hippolyta was great. Robin Wright as Antiope was really good, and I probably butchered that name. David Thewlis was pretty good, and I especially liked Lucy Davis as Etta Candy. She was terrific comic relief. I'm kind of torn, because on the one hand, I think she was used in the movie exactly as much as necessary, but on the other hand, I really would like to have seen a bit more Etta Candy, because I thought that Lucy Davis was just very, very funny, and she did a really good job. But I think Patty Davis probably put her in exactly as much as was required, showing proper restraint. Elena Anaya as Dr. Maru / Dr. Poison is a great character. She comes across as a nice balance of menacing and tragic. If I had any objection, I think I would like to have maybe had her seen as a stronger female villain, but I guess we're just going to have to wait until Hela and Thor Ragnarok. It's a minor nit, and I'm sure in the Wonder Woman sequel we'll get Cheetah or Cersei. In fact, having Cheetah and Cersei team up would be pretty epic in the Wonder Woman sequel. We'll see. I heard Patty Jenkins is coming back, and I'm very glad to hear that. Now, as much as I like the movie, it's not perfect, and I do have a few nits to pick with it. First of all, the film is told in a linear style that I think everybody who's watched superhero films is pretty familiar with by now. We saw it in the 79 Superman, we saw it in Iron Man, we saw it in the first Captain America, we saw it in Ant-Man. So many superhero films have used this method, and I thought that one of the things, for example, that made the Deadpool movie really good was it abandoned the purely linear style. One of the great things about Batman 89 was that it only devoted 5 minutes to the origin of Batman. So these things kind of deviated from what we now recognize as the norm. However, I think it was probably necessary to tell the film in this manner because so few people really know the details regarding Wonder Woman's history. The film was told as much for the hardcore fan as the layman, so you really did need to explore Wonder Woman's origin. I just felt that maybe had it been done in a more creative way, it would have been better. Then again, maybe not. Maybe it was right to go with the more creatively conservative route in this instance. Also, while I respect the very wise decision to move the film from World War II to World War I, the comparisons between this movie and Captain America are kind of inevitable. I mean, we have a person in red and blue running around with a bulletproof shield. But that comparison is pretty superficial compared to Wonder Woman's Holly Commandos. I found the trio to be pretty unnecessary. Also, I neglected to mention Danny Houston earlier as General Ludendorff, and he's okay, but he comes across as a cheap Red Skull knockoff, largely. I do find it interesting that they used Ludendorff in this movie as he was a real-world figure, unless that wasn't Eric Ludendorff Houston was playing, and instead he was playing Eric's lesser-known brother Ted or something. Ted Ludendorff. Yes, I could see that. He was playing Ted Ludendorff. As for any political controversy, I really don't see any big deals, but I think that if people are really, really looking for it, they're bound to find it. I didn't have a problem with mostly naked Chris Pine. Women gotta have their beefcake. Diana is treated like a second-class citizen by men. Hey, guess what? It's 1918 and women were treated like second-class citizens by men. I thought Jenkins did a good job not dwelling on it too much and using it as a plot point rather than putting Diana on a soapbox. Sammy and the Chief raising points regarding racial inequality. Again, it's 1918 and having the wrong skin color in a Western society meant that oftentimes you were oppressed. Jenkins wasn't trying to make any political statement here. She was just illustrating some unpleasant facts Diana has to face in quote-unquote man's world. So anybody who thinks Jenkins has some socio-political axe to grind really needs to lighten up. Anyway, that's my review of Wonder Woman. I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. A strong 7 out of 10, and I think it's DVD purchase worthy. I don't have a very large DVD collection. I have a lot of DVDs I haven't watched in years. I own Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, and they collect dust on my shelf, so I don't buy that many DVDs. But in this case, I think I'm going to make an exception. I think I'm going to actually buy the Wonder Woman DVD, and I think I'm going to check out Justice League based strongly on Gal Gadot's performance in this film. So thanks for listening. Please give it a like, please share, please subscribe, and go see Wonder Woman. Thank you.